We're good.
Yay. All right. Yeah, we just want to hear. So, guys, welcome to our team meeting. And ShaRi, if you can just share your story and maybe just give us a little bit of tips and how you have been building successfully. I know I've actually read on Pam Souder page a week ago. She shouted you out, right? About a week ago.
About 2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago. Yes, and I've kind of already heard a little bit of a story, but if you can just share with everyone, that would be great.
Sure. My name is ShaRi Smyth. I am a diamond leader. I've been with the company. It was 2 years on April the 1st. You have to excuse me. I'm a hot mess right now. I got the kids in bed, and I'm actually nursing the little one. So I have 3 kids. They are 11, 4, and 9 months. I am originally from Arizona, but I live in Delaware now. So when I signed up, it was because a friend of mine from elementary school, I've actually known her since 2nd grade, posted a picture of her belly, and it kind of caught my attention because at the time I had 2 kids. I asked her, what is it that you're using? And she told me, and I was like, oh, well, my wedding's coming up, so it sounds like something, I might be interested in. And so her knowing me, she was like, well, why don't you just jump in this business with me? Well, I had done other companies before, so I was kind of like, no, thank you. But she kind of kept going and talking about it and, mentioning the different products. And basically she was word vomiting on me. Like, she was telling me stuff that I really wasn't even asking. She was just talking. And so while she was talking to me, I actually was kind of like Googling It Works and, seeing success stories and all the stuff that it done for different people. And I was like, well, maybe something I could venture into. So I asked her, how much does it cost? And she told me. And she's like, and you'll get a free box of wraps in your kit. And I was like, oh, well, worst case scenario, I'm going to use the wraps anyways. So I was like, let me think about it. And then I talked myself out of it a couple times, but then the very next day I was like, screw it. And I just signed up. And from the moment I started, I just jumped right in. So my first 21 days, I had 17 loyal customers. And each time I got 2, I would cash that out for a box of wraps. And I ended up not even using my original box of wraps. And I ended up making over $800 wrap cash my first 30 days. I went Ruby like 58 days or 59 days into the business, but I'd never signed a distributor until my 2nd month. So it was literally, I think I'd been in the business like 33 days when I signed my first distributor. From there, I was pretty just stuck because I didn't know what really to do. Like, I had so much excitement when I started. My sponsor had actually quit already at that time. And I didn't know what to do. Like, my upline, I had no training, no nothing. So I kind of was like just stuck at Ruby. I never lost Ruby, but I held Ruby all the way up until conference. Conference is life-changing. If you guys have never gone, you need to go. Conference will change your life. I don't know what it is about it. It's really weird. Like, you hear it and you're kind of like, okay, like, is it some type of cult? Is it voodoo? What is it? Like, is it some weird type of magic? But it's life-changing. It's something about, being surrounded by all those people and like minds. And it's crazy insane. It's a fun time. It's a good time. And it goes way too fast. But, I was broke. I didn't have the money to get to conference the first year. And I literally remember just selling stuff to make sure that I got there, because everyone was like, you just need to go. While at conference, I was signing distributors and loyal customers. And conference is 3 days. Okay, guys, I boxed myself in for Emerald before I left conference. I literally went from Ruby to boxed in for Emerald, and I just needed volume. And I remember thinking, well, if I can go Emerald this month, then, I'll be good to go. And I missed it. I literally missed Emerald by like 250 in volume. I was pissed, to say the least. Okay. I was disappointed in myself. I was blaming the people on my team that weren't working because I literally was doing everything. And I was like, you know what? I don't have time for this. I have goals. I need to do this. So on March 1st of last year, I was like, I'm going diamond. this month. That's going to be my birthday present to myself. I'm going diamond. I'm all in. I'm not listening to anybody. And at the time I was pregnant, and I was 5 or 6 months pregnant. 5, I think. Yeah. Because at conference I was like 17 weeks. So I was up. I remember being up till like 3:00 in the morning, nauseous. I had morning sickness my whole entire pregnancy. So literally from sun up to sundown, I was vomiting, but I'd be in the bathroom, vomiting, messaging, signing people up. And I went Emerald March 24th at 11:57 p.m. And I remember sitting on the couch and I was like, I'm going diamond tomorrow. And I literally went diamond less than 12 hours later. I built my emerald to emerald. I built my ruby. Now here's where it gets fun. They both quit the business. They took their bonus and they quit. Okay. So here I am, pissed. I was maintaining volume, because if you don't know, as a diamond, you need 10,000 in volume to maintain. I had 16,000. So I really wasn't counting on them at all at this point. And I've been diamond obviously for a year. My business completely crumbled, guys. I lost my motivation, and I'm not always a mass enroller, but when I am, it's vicious. And I don't know how else to describe it. Like, I'm not always a mass enroller. Sometimes I just only complete my steps to success like once, barely. But sometimes I can complete it 5 or 6 times in a month. So this year on January the 1st, I said, you know what, before my daughter turns 1, which is June 24th, I'm going to help 100 people, either whether it's with the business or with the products. It's like, I can do it by June. That's not a problem. Well, the end of January, I had enrolled 25 loyal customers and 7 distributors or something like that. And I had decided in January that I was going to ignore everyone on my chart except for 3 people. These are 3 people that I knew I could count on, that always ran their auto shipment. They weren't on the same legs. And I rebuilt my business literally from the ground up. I was still a ruby. So when I dropped down to emerald, and then I dropped down to diamond. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to rebuild my business with these 3 people. Screw everyone else on this chart. These are my 3 runners. So February, I enrolled 46 loyal customers and 12 distributors. March, February, it was 42 loyal customers and 12 distributors. March, it was 46 or 47 loyal customers and 10 or 11 distributors. So needless to say, I beat that 100 before March was even over. And now I am boxed in for double diamond after starting from scratch. And I'm just waiting on the volume to kick in. So I'm waiting for my runners to start running. But this business is amazing if you let it, but it can easily succumb you if you let it. So my tips are, you have to find balance. You have to remember your why, and you have to go hard. I look at my chart and I always say, I am responsible for filling every single person on this chart. I place to promote, and I don't allow anyone to feed me negativity. I don't care who you are, whether you're my husband, my kid, my mother-in-law, no one. Because at the end of the day, I started this business for a reason, and that was to go ambassador. And I'm not stopping until I'm ambassador. And if it takes me 4 years, so what? Working what I worked was not going to make me more than $500,000 in 4 to 5 years. This business can do that. And I know it can do that. You know what I mean? So I have enough faith for myself and for my team, whether they're on my team now or they're coming into my business. I pray for my business daily. And I know I don't want to go back to my old life. You know, people will give you excuses and say, I don't have time for this. When I started this business, guys, I was working 50 hours a week for Apple as a manager. I was in grad school. I was running a wedding and event planning business in 4 states, and it was a featured and preferred business on the Knot and Wedding Wire. So I was getting tons of business. I was doing anywhere from 30 to 40, events. I was running an Etsy shop, making bridal sashes and bouquets and stuff. And I had 2 kids. Oh, and I was planning my own wedding. So I was the poster child of, I don't have time for this business. So if I could do that, then anyone can do this. Busy people get crap done. There's no doubt about it. Social media has so many people on it. If you're not taking advantage of it, you're standing in your own way. You the ticket to your own success. No one else does. It's not your sponsor's fault. It's not, your upline's fault. It's not your kid's fault. It's not anybody's fault but yours if you choose to quit and fail, because you don't have to quit. You don't have to fail. We don't carry inventory. You technically don't even have to run an auto shipment. If you don't want to run an auto shipment or you can't afford it, then you need to bust your butt and get some customers, because there are people that need this product in their life. There are people that need this opportunity in their life. And whether you've met them or not, you can't prejudge that, and you can't decide that for them. You have to let them decide that themselves. It's your responsibility to get a Blitz card or a business card in someone's hand. It's your responsibility to let them know what you have your hands on. It's not your responsibility to make the choice for them. You may shut yourself out from catching your runner because you're scared or because you're afraid of what someone else may say. It's just it's not up to you. Listen to your gut. When you feel it in your heart that you're supposed to be talking to someone, that's not you. That's someone leading you to them. Whether you believe in God, spirits, butterflies, I don't care what it is. That's someone telling you, talk to that person. That person needs you. I don't care if they're a doctor, a lawyer, or what have you. There's a lawyer that is a sideline of mine that's my friend, and she's been in this business not even a year and just went triple diamond. And she's a lawyer, made good money. So we can't predetermine what it is that people need, what they want, or if they'll be successful, or because of their own success in whatever job that they choose to do by profession, they don't need this opportunity, because every single body walking this planet needs residual income. There's not a person that I know that would tell you that they don't need an extra $100, $200 a month, except for Donald Trump, apparently, because he's just different. So just put your head down, pull out your chart, and go for it. If you don't believe in yourself and these products and this business and what you have your hands on, how do you expect anyone else to believe in you? How do you expect anyone else to believe in your products? If you can't pull out a before and after and tell people about how great the probiotic makes you feel and how it gives you energy and how greens have cleared up your skin, then you're doing yourself a huge injustice. And you should really consider if this is for you or not. And that's just being completely honest. So, do you have any questions?
Okay, congratulations on all those enrollments. That's like crazy. Congratulations. But so can you tell us a little bit about how you got those enrollments? Did you use social media? Did you party?
Yesterday, it was my first party in 2 years. And it was my distributor. It was her launch party, and she signed up all 5 of the guests that were there. But it kind of made me want to do more parties. Like I felt like I've been missing out on life or something. But I use social media. I use Facebook and I use Instagram. I'm very personal. I'm very open and honest about where I've come from, what I do, why I do it. I create relationships. I'm not spammy. I don't post the same thing that every single freaking distributor posts. I'm not that girl. I like to be original. And I'm funny, and I go live, even though it scares the bejesus off of me. I get scared every single time. I like to have my kids go live because they like doing it. So why not? It draws attention to my page. So why not? I'm witty. I go on and I'll show them food that I'm cooking because I'm a good cook. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. I ask silly random questions. Like, a lot of people don't know that I work for Apple and I have an iPhone. So I'll ask random questions about iPhones because people want to leave their opinion. People want to tell you things. Like, they really just don't care. People have an opinion about everything. So let people leave their opinion on your page, you know, as long as it's not controversial. I'll let them leave their opinion on my page all they want, because that draws attention to my page. Because if they're seeing that post, they're seeing other posts. I don't care about likes. I don't care about comments, because I still have people in my inbox. I had someone in my inbox today that I've never spoken to. I had someone that's ignored me for 10 months, guys. 10 months. And she signed up as a loyal customer and did not tell me. It popped up into my emails, and I sent her a text message and said, "Hey, thanks for your order." She goes, "You're welcome." End of story. People want these products, whether they want to admit it or not. They want these products, and your consistency will pay off. There was a girl on Instagram, literally yesterday, not yesterday, what's today? So Saturday night, she messaged me at 11:40 at night and was like, "I've been following you for about 5 or 6 months now." She's like, "I have other It Works distributors on my timeline that message me all the time and that are just spammy and gross, and they're not consistent in their posts or anything. And I watch you." She's like, "I had no idea for the longest time you were even It Works until I saw your shirt." She's like, "Your posts are so clean, your Instagram's so clean, and you're funny, you're nice, you talk about your family." She's like, "You're someone that people are attracted to." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that." I thought she was just throwing me a compliment. And she goes, "Would it be okay tomorrow if I sign up and join your business with you?" Sure. Of course it'd be okay. I thought she was just blowing smoke up my butt. Sunday, she became a distributor on my team.
So you're just posting and commenting and building those relationships through comments.
That's it.
Do you message?
If I need volume, like to fill up volume really quick, I might message people asking like, "Hey, I need someone to be a product tester for the cleanse." And then I'll send them my own personal before and after. And like, "This is me and this is the time span. It's $36 as a loyal customer. Is that something you'd be interested in?" And if they say yes, then I explain the loyal customer program, and that's it. We go from there. But I try to always send my own personal before and afters. I have, skin before and afters, wrap before and afters on various areas. I have the cleanse before and after, hair, skin, and nails. So I try to make sure that I send them my own first, because people want to see your own. You can show them 50, 100,000, and I don't even think that's a real number, bellies or, other people's, but they want to know if you are using the product. So if you're not using the product, you're kind of screwing yourself. If it's not a product you use a lot, I wouldn't post about it too much, because like, if you post about wraps all the time, you're going to draw people in for the wraps, and then they're going to ask you about the wraps, and then they're going to ask you what your experiences with the wraps. And if you've never used it, or you don't have your own pictures, you're kind of screwed. You just lost that sale. So it's okay to talk about products that you may not use a lot, or talk about how you're excited to try a product, but the products that you use consistently should be the products that you talk about consistently. So like, I can constantly talk about the shake and the cleanser, the cleanse, probiotic, well, most of the products. There's only like two products I really don't use, and that's Estro Rhythm and the chocolate weight loss bar. That I don't like dark chocolate. But I'm very consistent, and I'll try everything once except for those two. So that way I can tell people about them. Like, I can tell people what I think the difference is between both sets of greens. And I can tell people the difference between the flavors. Doesn't mean I like them both, but I'll let you know what I think about them, So you should always be excited. Like, that's the big thing. Oh, another big thing I do is I leave voice messages. Like, it's huge. And I wish Instagram had it, because it'd make my life a lot easier. But
I'm sure they'll come up with that soon.
I'm hoping they do, because I get tired of typing. That's mostly why I like voice messages too, because I'm kind of lazy. But they can hear your voice. They can hear your excitement. Like, if you just heard my voice, you'd know I was smiling right now. So that's huge. That means something. And it means something to say to someone, oh my gosh, I think you would be so amazing on my team. You're so funny. You get the most amount of likes on the most ridiculous topics. Like, you crack me up. That's so genuine. You know, you want to talk like yourself too. Don't talk like everyone else. Be original.
So I have a question too. I mean, especially that you have 3 kids and you have a baby, and you have been building since you were pregnant and all the way now till 9 months. How do you work your business? Where do you find the time? Because I know a lot of moms that either have, feel like they don't have time because, different age kids and a baby. So if you can share, what does your day look like, or how do you do that?
Like right now, Brianna is asleep in my arms. My other 2 kids are in bed. They're in bed, and Brianna gets tired around 8 o'clock. So around 8 o'clock, between 8 and 8:30, I climb into bed right next to Brianna, and I hold her till she's sleeping. And I message people at night. When I first wake up in the morning, I'll respond to messages before I get out of bed. I sneak in time in the bathroom while I'm cooking, while they're, like, if we're playing a game, I'm focused on that game. In between that, I'll squeeze in time when there's time. You make time for what's important. Like, that's the bottom line. If playing with your kids and being with your kids is more important than running your business, and that's what you're going to focus on. For me, my family is the most important thing, but I also know that I have to make sacrifices because this business is going to provide for my family in ways that I couldn't anywhere else. I have a master's degree, and the fact that I can make more with it works than I can with my master's degree is like crazy. My paycheck went up $2,250 from last month from busting my butt.
Awesome.
That's serious. Most people join this business for $300 to $500. So to be able to say my paycheck from last month to this month went up over $2,000 is huge. Huge.
I have another question. So when you started the business, you said that in your first 20 days, you have helped to get the product for like 17 people. What did you do maybe for the newbies, for someone who just started? What would you give them a tip, or how did you do it?
The same thing that I tell my new people to do. Write down a list of 100 people. Don't think about it. Don't say, they're not going to like it, or there's nothing there that they want. Legit, write down a name of 100 people. If you don't know 100 people, write down everybody's name that you do know, and just let them know, hey, I just started my business. I really could use the support. I need, product testers, or da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. There's people on social media. All mine came from Facebook. All 17 of my loyal customers, my first 21 days came from social media, from Facebook. And I had 243 Facebook friends, and I got 17 of them, none of them family. They were all pretty much strangers, but 17 of them to say yes. Sure, I'll try it for 3 months, because I was stupid excited. I had no idea what I had my hands on, but I was stupid excited. And then once I got my results, then I just put that in front of everyone. Like, I probably posted my same before and after from my first wrap for like 5 months. So,
anyone else have any questions?
How many people would you say, like, a day that you message about the products or about the business? And also, how much time would you say, either like a week or per day, do you spend engaging with your Facebook friends to build those relationships?
I engage every time I log on to Facebook. I'm engaging with someone. I filter my post, so that's all I do is engage with people. whether, it's a like or a comment. Comments are more personal than just a like, but I try to always be doing that. On Instagram, I'm not as great as it. I'll be completely honest. Megan, I'll answer your question in just a second. But I don't really have like a set amount of time to like that I set for to do that. And as far as your first question, what was it again?
Oh, how many, like, do you have a set amount of people that you message every day?
No. Some days I go hard in the paint and it's like 200-300 people. Some days it's like 25-30. It just depends on what I can get to, because I don't like copy and paste messages.
Mm-hmm.
I try to personalize each message. Like I messaged someone today and was like, hey, I was thinking about you. Hope all is going well and you're having a great Monday. I messaged someone else and was like, hey, so you're just going to ignore my last message with a laughing emoji and the girl that has like her hands like she's shrugging. I'll do that every once in a while to someone that's ignoring me. And normally they'll laugh back and be like, no, I'm not ignoring you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Cause I know you saw my message, sometimes I'm really bold and I'll message on someone's comment on Facebook and be like, hey, I sent you a message. Did you get it? Completely irrelevant to their posts, but you can't ignore me. Like, I'll stalk you.
So the 200 to 300 people that you say you're messaging daily, you're interacting with those people. You're not just
I don't cold message.
You're not adding them and then just messaging them. You're interacting, you're commenting, okay.
Yep. And the people that I say like happy birthday to, I count that as a message because it's a message. Everything is not business related with me. If I send you a message, it's not always business related. It may be, my condolences. Sometimes I won't post it on their comment. I may send them a private message to let them know, I'm sorry for your loss. I message them and say happy birthday, or I might message them and say, hey, I hope your daughter's doing better. I saw that she was in the ER. Or a couple times, like, I'll do something personal where I see if they say they're having surgery, I'll plug it into my calendar. So then that night before, I'll let them know I'm thinking about them. Or the day of the surgery, I'll let them know I'm thinking about them and praying for them or something. I'm just really personal and thoughtful. So
that's awesome.
And by doing that, that's basically bringing people into your space to message you.
Yeah, because if they don't know who I am, they'll go to my profile, or even if they don't reply, I'm now in their feed because Facebook's like, you guys must be friends. And when they do reply, even if it's just a thumbs up or something, Facebook's like, oh, you guys must be friends. So I'll just put more of her stuff in your feed. So being personal really counts. Like I have tons of people that I've messaged and said happy birthday to that never even said thank you, but have become customers. Because they're like, oh, well, you took the time to say happy birthday to me. It surprises me sometimes when I see people's birthdays. I'll go through first, make sure they're an active, user on Facebook, and they won't have any like happy birthdays or anything. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So,
okay,
I'm sorry. I have a kind of continuing question with that because
hold on one second. I just want to answer Megan's question because she sent it and I'm gonna forget. Let me find it. Hold on.
How do you find balance between work and cleaning or housework?
Oh, that's pretty simple. I don't clean. My husband does. But I cook. I cook breakfast. I make lunch. Normally for my 4-year-old, it's a quick lunch. My 9-month-old, it's super quick lunch. It's either breast milk or a pouch of food. But yeah, my husband cleans. I may clean up every now and again, but he knows that what I'm doing is important to me. Even if it's not really important to him, it's important to me. And so he lets me do that. And I can message people while I'm cooking. So you find time for what's important. You squeeze it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it sounds like from what I'm getting is, not every single day looks the same to you. So some days you might be able to really go hard and do it works like all day long, and then other days something else might be more important, and it's okay, and don't feel bad if you can't go as hard that day.
The main thing for me is no matter what I'm going through, I always post. I always post. I always post no matter what. And I'm not spammy with my posts at all. Like on Instagram, most of my posts, like if you do my first 12 pictures, you may only see one thing that may say it works, and that could just be my shirt or my hat.
Okay.
You wouldn't know it was It Works related unless you read it.
Perfect.
Okay, I have the question regarding messaging, and obviously building so many relationships on social media. How do you keep a track of them, or do you use those ongoing lists of whatever,
I am the most unorganized person ever, so this is not a good question for me. It's whenever someone pops into my head and I think about them.
I've been asking this question for so long, and I still have not found the answer, because most of us are, not.
Yeah. I'm not organized at all. Like I have a notebook in the diaper bag that I'm supposed to be using to write names on of people that are interested, and I think it's got like 4 names on them. I have 15 different journals. I've got I don't know how many different calendars. I'm that person that likes to buy calendars and journals and feel like I've got my life together when I really, really don't. I mean, I probably, if I was as organized as I'd like to be, I probably would be a triple by now.
So how do you pick who to offer a product or reach out about joining, offering a business opportunity, or you need to follow up on, I don't know if you do follow up Friday or not, but how do you stay consistent
If someone tells me they want to order on a specific day, they go into the calendar on my phone. So that's one thing that I definitely do. As far as follow up Friday, I normally can remember by seeing their picture or their name if I'm supposed to be following up with them. And then I'll scroll through messages to see like when's the last time I talked to them, what we talked about, blah, blah, blah. So if I need to recreate, like if it's been a while and I need to recreate a relationship, that's what I'm going to do. I'm like, hey, how are you? I was just thinking about you. I saw your last post, and, if it was funny, I'll let them know it was funny. Or, your daughter's outfit was so cute. Where did you get it? I'm a shopaholic. You know what I mean? I'll recreate that relationship. I'm not going to say, hey, it's been 6 months since I've talked to you. Still waiting for that cleanse order. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to reestablish a relationship with them. So I do a lot of that. What else? Oh, I'll go to the browser and pull up Facebook and pull up Messenger that way, and I'll search for keywords and figure out who I want to talk to. And then I'll look up wraps and see who I talked to about wraps that never ordered. And then I'll create relationships with them. I'll go like and comment on their pages. And then sometimes I may send them a message and be like, hey, what have you been up to? We haven't talked in a long time. And then the very next post that I post up will be about wraps. So it's kind of just like a reminder.
I've never heard of that. How do you pull up by you search the key in your browser, like on your Facebook?
You can't do it inside the app. You have to actually go to Safari or Chrome or whatever browser you use, pull up Facebook, the non-mobile Facebook, and then pull up Messenger. And then there's a search for on there. You could do it on your computer too. And you can type in wraps or cleanse or $99 or something like that, keywords, and a list of the people that you've ever said the word wraps to will pull up and stuff like that.
That's genius.
I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. That's good to know. Thank you.
So what is an example of a distributor post that you post and a customer post that you post? Like wanting to get an LC versus wanting to get a distributor. What do your posts look like?
A distributor post is about me and my story, about why I started, or a struggle that I had, or why this business is important, or, out at the park today, because I said yes to this opportunity, I'm able to spend 4 hours at the park today with my kids, which is what I did today. That may not mean something to you, but it means something to someone. You know what I mean? There's someone out there wishing they could spend 20 minutes at the park with their kid. There's someone out there wishing that they weren't sitting behind a cubicle sneaking their cell phone, you know, that they were out enjoying. So many people on my timeline of the day wish they were out enjoying the weather. So I posted about it. I went live twice out in that weather. You know, I showed my kid playing with the little pop-pops. I don't know if you guys know what they are. The little white things that you throw on the ground and they make like firecracker noises. I showed my 4-year-old playing with those outside. Like, that's something that someone wished they could do with their kid, you know? So that would be like a distributor post for me.
So what if you're like you just started, say you just started the 2 years ago, what would you post, you know, because you're not obviously making money when you just start. What are a couple of distributor posts that you would post, examples of it?
Oh, I was like, you know, I can't wait till the day that I'm not sitting behind this cubicle. I cannot wait. You know, I see all these success stories with this business, and I can't wait for the day when I can be at home and hug my babies all day. And then, you know, on the day that I had off, I'd be like, I'm thankful that I'm here holding my babies, and this is going to be my forever. Like, this is what I signed up for. This is what I'm missing out on when I'm at work. You know, so posts like that. Loyal customer posts. I throw up a before and after, or I throw up me using the product saying, I can't believe how great I feel. I can't believe how much my hair has grown. I have lupus and fibromyalgia. So I'll be like, you know, hair, skin, and nails has transformed my hair. And it'll be me holding the bottle or holding the bottle on top of my head, you know, just something silly. And, or Confianza, me with a Confianza pill in my mouth, and, you know, my 4-year-old pulling on my hair or something like that. And then I'll be like, you know, for my before and after, check the comments. Or I'll do like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Alicia's results from, you know, 4 wraps and how it transformed her body. If I have a story to tell, I'll type it there, and then I'll tell them in the comments below, check out the before and after, because people want to see it, whether they admit it or not. You'd be surprised how many times when you put a picture in the comments, people will go and look at it and click on it and like it or ask you about it. They're addicted to it. They're addicted to looking, and they want to look, whether they admit it or not.
Sure.
That's perfect. I know that I think that for me, you've done such a great job and have given me so much to look forward to, you know, to add into my business. So I would say if anybody has any other questions, or if you have, you know, one last little bit of, you know, nugget of information, this has been just so great and, you know, so motivating. I'm super excited.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yes, I agree. If you guys have any questions,
Go ahead.
One more, and then we don't want to take too much of your time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, there's no more questions.
I have a question.
I have one. Go ahead.
Yeah. I've pretty much lost my rank because in the beginning I was carrying my people, and it was extremely tough to do that because I do work quite a bit and have family and everything, but I'm trying to not get discouraged by having to try to find people that want to work. It's like amazing how many people don't want to work. And so how do you not get discouraged? And because you carried a lot of your people so many times, and I don't know how you did it, because I did it once and I couldn't do it again. So I don't mind helping people, but I want something back in return. And that's been really difficult for me.
I feel like, trying to figure out how to word this. Okay, so your chart is yours, okay? Oh, so beautiful. Your chart is yours, okay? You're responsible for filling all those charts, all those little boxes on that chart. So what keeps me going is knowing that filling those boxes is increasing my paycheck. People are going to quit. Bottom line. More people want to be instructed like a job. They don't realize that they signed up for a business. They signed up to own a business. They don't realize that it's not, I'm going to, hold your hand, blow your nose, wipe your butt, and tell you what you need to do type of thing. It's you figure out what works and you get to work. People don't realize that, or they don't want that. They want to be told what to do, how to do it, etc. Which for people like us is hard because we saw it, we know what we need to do, and we're making it happen. But I also know that at the end of the day, by me doing what I'm supposed to do, my runners will come. They'll come. And it's all about positivity, and it's all about me knowing they're going to come. I pray them in and I pray them out. People quit all the time. I have a whole emerald leg that is crashing. When I built my emerald leg, she had enough volume to maintain diamond, which is 10,000. So, and she only ever signed 2 distributors, and only one of them was working. It was barely working at that. Sorry, my phone's dying. But you just have to know what you're doing has a bigger picture. That everyone that quits on you, it's not anything you've done. It's not anything you could have done to fix it. It's on them, and it's not on you. It's not on you. It doesn't mean you're a bad leader. It doesn't mean you made the wrong decision. It just means that they're a shitty person. That's all that it means. It just means that they were not meant to own their own business, that they need to be working a 9 to 5, and they're going to miss out. And whatever goal it was that they had, it wasn't big enough to keep them motivated. So if it was their family, they didn't quit on you. They quit on their family. You have to keep fighting for yours.
Yeah, and I want to add something to it. It's very important to also to keep that positivity. You wanted to take some time every day for your personal development, and something, listen to something positive, read something positive, and also keep learning about this industry, because network marketing is such a big platform, and there's a lot of information. That's what helped me to understand that. I know that it will be 80% people that are join this business, they won't go with me. And a lot of, like you said, ShaRi, like there's a lot of people who set very short-term goals, and by not achieving those short-term goals, they're gonna get discouraged and they're gonna quit, and they just gonna talk themselves into that it's maybe not for them, instead of having a bigger picture, having a long-term goal, and keep fighting and keep going for that. Or maybe the why was not strong enough, to actually do something, because we have awesome days and we have bad days. And in order to get to those awesome days, sometimes we have to go through those bad days, and not everyone will be able to handle that. And in order to be ready to handle those bad days, as personal development, it's what helps me. And we all hear a lot from other leaders, from top income earners. It's all about to hear, and be around and plug it in, just to get on those calls, get on those Zooms, go to conference. And that's how we able to see also the bigger picture, because we know this business works. It's just, some people get faster to whatever, to the top, let's say, if that's the goal, and some of them might take a little bit longer.
Everyone's journey is different. You can't compare your journey to anyone else's. If you compare your journey to someone else's, you're doomed from the beginning. If you say, you know what, I signed up and I saw Tiffany Herr go diamond in 30 days. If I don't go diamond in 28 days, I'm quitting. Guess what? You were going to quit anyways. And I posted that the other day. If you get a no, if a no stops you from achieving your goal or conquering your fear and your dreams, you were going to quit anyways. Right. And that's the bottom line. If you keep talking about quitting, you're going to quit. You want to quit. You want someone to tell you that they need you. And I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to tell you that I need you. If you want to quit, you're going to quit. I'm not going to beg you anymore. I've been that leader where I begged you to stay. And I spent so much time begging you to stay, I forgot to focus on what was important. I forgot to run my business, and I let it drain me. If you let someone suck the soul out of your business, you will lose everything every single time. Do not allow soul suckers to take away your right to dream, accomplish your goal, and conquer it. Don't. Don't allow someone that doesn't pay your bills to come into your business and tell you that you don't deserve more, because they're a quitter. Quitters will always be quitters. They come in all shapes, forms, sizes, and colors. They're going to quit no matter what. You could pay them $1 million and they're still going to find a way to quit. And they would love it more if you felt like it was your fault.
Yep.
You can't allow that to happen. You cannot allow that to happen. You've got to know that your goal will happen if you believe it will happen. And there's no time frame on it. There's no time frame on it.
Yes, I agree.
Awesome.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
I woke my baby up.
Thank you. Aw.
Does anybody else have any questions? That was so good. I think that ended it like, that's going to end it like really good, because that was awesome. I totally agree with you.
Thank you. I've had a lot of soul suckers.
I think a lot of us have.
It mind boggles me how people will pay $99 and do nothing with it. There are people seriously on my chart that have paid $99 and never logged in to come off commission whole.
Yep.
But you know what? I've definitely made sure I got my $180 off of them.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, cabs, they are life. Cabs are life. As a diamond, you get $100 when they're fast start qualified, and then when commissions pay out, you get another $80. So I just literally had about $1,500 in cabs just for March.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
That's great.
So.
I think it's good to probably stop the recording so we can share, and it's not gonna go over hour.